back to another week of Chakra Queen Spirits. Before we get started on the normal pick a card reading, I would like to do a little intuition check for you guys. It's a fun way to test out your intuition. So a lot of people wonder, how do you pick the right card? How do you receive the messages? How do you know which one you're really drawn to? And I watch a lot of pick a card readings myself, and I've learned that certain tricks work well for me, but that every person is different and has to figure out what works best for them. So I thought I would give you guys a little test to see how you do. So for me, what I like to do is I take a couple deep breaths and make sure that my mind is as still as it can be. I know that it's not going to be perfect and your mind always wanders, but try to focus on the intention at hand. And I just kind of let my eyes glaze over the different piles and I see where my energy is drawn to. Sometimes I close my eyes and I'll see which card pops into my head, which pile. There's all different ways you can do it. Some people like to do it according to numbers, the timestamps, the crystal. But the important thing is that you're tuning into what your body is telling you. So for today, what I wanted to do before we start is I have 3 different items here. I have a citrine pendulum, I have a quartz crystal, and I have a little sombrero keychain. So I'll let you take a better look. This is the sombrero keychain. This is the quartz crystal, and the citrine pendulum. Take a minute. Center yourself, take a few deep breaths, and I want you to pick which of these 3 items I'm going to be removing. So one of the 3 I'm going to be taking away. And at the end of the video, I'm going to reveal the answer. So I encourage you to go with your first instinct, and this is just for fun. Don't worry if you get it wrong. I do these exercises all the time, and even somebody who has developed intuition still has moments where they pick the wrong thing. That doesn't mean that you pick the wrong cards. It's just a way to strengthen your intuition by doing a simple little task like this. So I'll give you a minute. You can pause the video if you need to. Figure out which you are drawn to that I will be taking away. Once again, the pendulum, the quartz crystal, or the sombrero keychain. The timestamps for the answers will be in the description box, and otherwise we're going to continue on with the pick a card reading for a general energy update. Okay guys, today's pick a card reading is going to focus on a general energy update, what you guys need to hear right now for self-care, what's going on. It's just kind of a check-in. So I'm going to cut to a clip of the cards so that you can pick your pile, and then the timestamps are going to be in the description box as always, and you can fast forward. After we finish that, you can fast forward again to the intuition answers. Okay, please take a moment, tune into your intuition so you can pick the right pile and receive the messages that you came for. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Take your time, pause the video if you need to. You can locate the timestamps in the description box and fast forward to your reading. Thank you. Okay, for those of you who picked group 1, this is going to be your reading and a general energy update. What is going on for you guys? So let's take a look at what the cards have to say. First card we have says, what do you need to release? Okay. Second card we have says, Bridget, don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. Okay, sorry about the glare. Next we have deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. It's beautiful imagery on this card. Last but not least, we have prosperity from the angel deck that I own. Okay, let's take a look at what is going to come through for you guys in group 1. What is going on? I'm feeling like you guys in group 1 are dealing with a situation lately where you've been holding in a lot of your feelings. There's somebody in your life that you have to deal with quite frequently. I'm getting that this is someone either close to you or, for instance, a boss that you would have to see every day, even if you don't have a personal relationship with them. That you're feeling closed off. You're feeling that this person has put you in a weird position where you have a lot of feelings, but you're unsure of how to communicate those feelings to this person or people. This could be an overall energy for a lot of different relationships going on in your life right now. It's left you feeling really drained, and it's left you feeling like you just kind of want to hide away from everybody. Spirit is asking you right now, though, to gain the courage to stand up for yourself, to gain that courage to really articulate and express your feelings on this situation. This isn't a time to hide away, and this isn't a time to repress your own feelings, because your opinions and your truths matter, and Spirit wants you to know that. I know you haven't, I'm getting the sense anyway, I don't want to say definite truths, but I'm feeling that you haven't always felt this way. So I'm also getting a sense that this situation for some of you guys is revolving around work and finances. So whatever this standing up is about is in regards to a work situation. It's left you feeling really drained, and it doesn't have to be a boss or anything or a colleague. It could simply be your finances. It could be a spouse or a partner and something to do with money. That's what I'm getting here. I'm getting that for some of you, you may not feel that you're making enough money at this point in your life. You're feeling held back by where you're at. It's kind of feeling like you're having this tough time accepting where you're at right now in your life on this path. So that's where this card comes into play, the what you need to release, because Spirit and the universe is really asking you to release that guilt, those feelings of I'm not good enough, I should be doing more, I should be making more money, all of that. To release that and understand that you're on this path and you're going down this road for a reason, and that your finances will improve when your peace of mind improves, when your thoughts improve, and you can set goals for yourself. So I'm hearing that you are being guided essentially to set better goals for yourself if you're looking to improve your finances. But it really starts, I know that this isn't going to resonate with everybody, but the ability to move forward and remove blocks in your life in finances and stuff really starts with doing the work inside. So whatever the situation is, it's really blocking you from moving forward in life. This standing up, this don't back down card, whatever situation's coming up with this card, Spirit and the universe is really asking you to find the strength right now to work through the situation, because once you do that, you're going to be given some prosperity, you're going to be given some good karma. But you can't do that until you work through the situation, and you're still going to feel all this dense energy if you don't work through it. So I'm feeling like what you really need to release right now is this feeling that you shouldn't be exactly where you are. You are exactly where you need to be, but what needs to happen is you need to speak your truth. You need to know that your truth matters more than people being upset with you. It matters more than, losing a friendship, a relationship, some money, all of it. You need to stand up for what you believe in. Because once you do that, the flow of everything prosperous is just going to come into your life effortlessly. And this energy drain that you've been feeling is totally going to go away. I'm hearing replenish. It's totally going to just disappear. And you're going to start feeling better, because once you do that thing that's been holding you back, that's been weighing you down, whatever that situation is that you're thinking about, everything's going to get a lot easier for you. Spirit is also guiding me to talk about the law of attraction with you guys in group 1. So if you are feeling like you're not where you need to be in life, not making enough money, not in a job that fulfills you, whatever the case may be, if all you're thinking about is those things, the negative aspects of them, that's just going to attract that energy. That's just going to create that block, and it's going to basically hold you back from moving forward. So I'm being guided to ask you to start manifesting by using positive affirmations. So I am working the job of my dreams. I do have an abundance of money. Adding those thoughts into your life, into your head every day, are super helpful. So right now is a really good time for you to think about what you really want in your life right now. What are you really looking to bring in? Whether it's money, a relationship, a new job, whatever you're looking to bring in right now, manifest it by changing your thoughts. Manifest it by what's going on internally. So I'm feeling like you guys are hyper focused a lot on the outside things right now. Like I was saying, for instance, your job, a relationship, whatever, things that you can see and are tangible. But what's going on is nothing in your outer world is going to change if you can't tune into what's going on in your inner world. So you're really being guided to do that at this time. And please, if there's one thing I can leave you with, it's that this situation that you've been feeling held back in, that you've been feeling that you can't be honest with the person, just be honest with them. It's going to get so much easier. Just stand up for yourself. Don't let this person or this situation weigh you down anymore. You don't need it. You deserve to stand in your truth. You don't need to shrink yourself. You don't need to accommodate to anybody. Thank you guys for watching. I hope those messages helped you. I'll be back next week with some new content. Thank you. Hey, welcome to anybody who picked group 2. This will be a reading for energy update. What's going on with you guys right now, currently? Interestingly enough, this group actually had one extra card that flew out when I was shuffling, and I decided to leave it because I felt drawn to both cards. I didn't see what the cards were, but the fact that 2 flew out signified that the messages behind each card needed to be said. So we have one extra card in this group for group 2. Let's see what we got going on here. We have a new start is coming. Beautiful new moon card. We have Sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. This is similar messages to group 1 with manifesting. So I'd be interested to see how this unfolds. Next we have Be Strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Uh-oh, do we have some negative thinkers in group 2? Because if so, I can relate. I have been feeling super negative lately. I'm trying to work through that. Okay, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Ooh. Okay, last we have Archangel Raziel, I think it is. Hidden Worlds. Look at that. Let me tune into the energy and see what's going on for you guys in group 2. So, with this card, a new start is coming. When I initially pulled it, I was thinking, oh, that's beautiful, that's awesome, a new start for you guys. What a positive thing to hear. But the energy that I'm feeling is that this new start isn't something that you guys are necessarily welcoming, and it isn't something that you've really wanted. I kind of am getting the sense that it's happening whether you like it or not, and you're not left with much choice in it. And that's made you kind of upset here. But Spirit is really asking you to be strong, and they're asking you to walk through this because this outcome is going to bring joy. It's just having to walk through that initial pain, fear, whatever emotions and dense, low vibrational energy that's coming up for you. So you guys are really in a point right now where your thoughts are important. Just like in group 1, things are manifesting for you. So your thoughts are really important at this time, especially negative ones. So let's try and have positive thoughts moving forward and keep the negative thoughts out, because negative thoughts are creating a blockage. They're creating and attracting this energy into your life right now. You guys in group 2 got a few spiritual cards here. So Hidden Worlds and Double Mission. So I'm feeling a sense that you're being called to open up to your spirituality. I'm sure that if you're watching this video that you do have at least an open mind on spirituality. So Spirit's really encouraging you right now to explore that and see what you're passionate about, what you believe in, and what resonates with you. I'm really feeling like if you don't do this as a career, you're being called in your in your personal life to find some sort of hobby or way that you can help people through spirituality. You're really being called to be a channel. That's exactly what I do. I'm a channel, so I channel most of my messages through angels, but there's so many different ways that you can become a channel. Reiki, crystal healing, spiritual counseling, angel messages, being a medium. There's so many avenues. So I'm encouraging you to look at all those different areas right now because you really have some pull that the universe is trying to get you to see. The universe is really nudging you right now to say, hey, look, you could be really good in these areas if you just opened yourself up. Maybe, perhaps, that's what this is starting to come together for me, that this new start is in regards to that. So, okay, yep, thank you. So, it's all making sense now. I'm getting some clarity on this. Basically, your mindset is opening up. You're having a spiritual awakening. You are growing spiritually, and this is creating a lot of tough things in your life. What happens when you open up spiritually, whether you're ready to or not, whether you're asking for it or not, sometimes some people are just called to. It's on their path, and it's just going to happen regardless of what you do. And when that starts to happen, your belief system changes, your preferences change, your world is just opened up and turned upside down. Friendships turn different. You know, you go through this metamorphosis, and this can be extremely uncomfortable because you're being called to let go of all that doesn't serve you and get rid of toxic people and situations that are holding you back. So in doing this and growing and healing, all of that is really uncomfortable and can bring up a lot of stuff. So of course there's resistance on your end. There's resistance on anybody's end as they go through this change, especially in the beginning. So I encourage you to find somebody to talk to that understands this process. Somebody that you trust and somebody that's going to hold space for you, that's not going to judge you. Because a lot of these feelings that you are having, I do truly believe are related to your spiritual journey. And you might not have even known this, or you might have already known this. But either way, you're being called to step up and to really try and harness this new energy and this new change and embrace it. There's a whole world out there that has nothing to do with what you can see, and you're really being asked to step into that. If that doesn't resonate and you might not be ready for that, that's okay. Whenever you're ready, the time will be there, and you have to trust that you will open up at the speed that you're ready to receive what's coming at you. There is a sense, though, that you don't really feel all that powerful as a person, and Spirit really wants you to know that you are a powerful being. You are strong, and it's time for you to step into that power. So you might have not had that role up until now, but this new start is encouraging you to step into that power. Know that you are a powerful being. But that doesn't mean you're better than anybody else. That doesn't mean that you are allowed to tell people what to do or anything of that manner. It just means understanding yourself, knowing that you have the ability to make changes in your life and to be loved and do all these things that you imagine. I'm also feeling that some of you guys do resonate with a lot of what I'm saying about this spiritual awakening and starting to have an interest and questioning things, but you feel that you have to shelter yourself or to mask that because the people around you aren't going to understand. So this is why I encourage you even more to find somebody that does get it to talk to, because you don't want to isolate yourself during this experience. You do want to keep it open and talk to somebody, even if it's a counselor, whatever the case may be. It's important that you don't keep this all to yourself, because it can be extremely confusing. And also, the universe is guiding you to trust that You know, people around you may seem to not understand, or you would think they wouldn't, but sometimes you have to take a shot and take a risk and just open up to someone, say, and if they're a close friend, they're going to understand, or they're at least going to hold space for you if they don't understand. And if they can't do that, then I don't really see why you would want somebody like that in your life in the first place. You know, friends are supposed to be there for unconditional love and support. So find whoever you feel most drawn to talk to and open up about this, because it's a lot. I'm feeling heavy energy with you guys. Like, this is just, your head has been spinning. Whoa. So find somebody to talk to and try and embrace this change. And please remember to keep your thoughts positive. Your manifesting abilities are heightened, so that means that a lot of what you're thinking is going to come into your life. So let's try to harness the positive things rather than the negative. I promise that this change, although it is uncomfortable, will get better. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that resonated. I'll be back next week with a new pick a card reading. For those of you who picked group 3, this is your reading on general energy update and what is going on for you guys at this time. Let's see what we have in store. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Quiet time. Take some time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Have you been overworking yourself? Because right now is a rest period. Oh, I love this. Just say yes. Yes. I'm sensing this could be a big confirmation for some of you guys who've had a huge question on your mind and debating over something. Last, we have Nathaniel. It's an angel card, and it is about passion. Okay, let me tune in and see what's going on for you guys in group 3. Okay, feeling like for those of you who are drawn to group 3, there is something to do with love. This is definitely a love reading. I know group 1 was focused more on career and finances. Group 2 was focused more inward and on their own spiritual journey. But you guys are channeling a love reading. It must be what you need to hear right now. So I'm feeling like a lot of you guys are holding back in a romantic situation because you're scared of how deep this connection is. You're not used to having this type of authentic and intense connection with somebody, and that scares you. It makes you feel vulnerable, and I'm sensing that you don't really like that. It's not really something that you're used to. I'm feeling like you're somebody who has a lot of control, and you usually like things to be a certain way. So I'm feeling like this person came into your life and kind of shook that all up, because when you're around them, you have no control. Your emotions are all over the place, and you just feel this intense draw to them like a magnet. Spirit is really asking you to take some time and reflect on this connection. I know that you're running from it because you're either fearful or scared to commit or whatever the case may be, but Spirit's really asking you to take some time and reflect on how you're actually feeling and see if it actually is fear rather than not wanting to be in this relationship, connection, whatever. Because I'm feeling like you guys have come to the conclusion that, oh, this isn't the person for me, or it's just not going to work, things like that. But underneath that all, if you unpack it and tune into your own energy and yourself, I really do feel that it has to do with your own fears and insecurities coming out that this person just happened to trigger. With this card, just say yes. You're really being guided to just kind of take a leap of faith with this person. Give them a little bit more trust than maybe you have partners in the past. I'm feeling like you haven't always acted in the best manner with this person. You might have shut them out a little bit, maybe been a little cold, or just weren't honest about your feelings. And Spirit's saying don't let pride get in your way. So maybe you need to give an apology. Maybe you need to have a conversation with somebody, with this person. But Spirit's also wanting you to know that this isn't a decision that you have to make overnight or right now even. So while this is giving you confirmation about this connection, it's still saying tune into yourself. That's what's being shown to me. Tune into yourself, take some time, and figure out what is going on. Why am I feeling this way in this connection? I'm sensing that you guys already have the answers to this. You're just not taking the time to slow your thoughts down, to slow your mind down, to figure that out. Sorry for the sigh, but again, this happened last week. I don't know if it's maybe similar people watching or what, but I'm feeling like this is a twin flame connection again. So that could be why, that could be why this has been so difficult. It doesn't have to be a twin flame connection. This might not resonate with anybody. This could just be a karmic connection. It could be a soulmate connection. All of those three do create, intense feelings that can be scary, especially if you're not used to them or haven't experienced them before. Karmic connections can mimic twin flame connections, so that is a big possibility as well. But I don't know. I'm just sensing the twin flame here with this passion card. And it just feels like this situation is guided by divine timing. It's guided by the angels and by the universe. So it's kind of out of your hands in a way. It was almost fate that this happened and stumbled across. So don't let that scare you even more. But there's a strong message here to not listen to people's opinions on this situation. I'm feeling like there's a lot of people that might want to chime in, give you their advice, or you may be seeking that out. You're really being asked to focus on what you're feeling and your own intuition is telling you rather than others, because I'm hearing that taking in all these different opinions from those around you can really distort your true calling. It can really distort what you're feeling inside. So for right now, I would hold off on asking people their opinion on this situation. I would try and tune into yourself. Or even watch some more pick a card readings. That's a little bit different because you're using your own intuition to guide you to your messages, and that's different than asking your friend or your brother or whoever what you should do. So let's see here. I'm also getting the message too for you guys that a lot of times we focus so much in our life on saying no and setting limits and boundaries with people, and that's obviously a foundational part of growing, and it's so important to self-care. But we also want to focus on things that we should say yes to. So right now you're really being asked to say yes more, in a sense, to say yes to yourself, do things that you want to do, things that you're passionate about, things that, take a risk, all of that. So focus on what you could say yes to as opposed to what you're having to say no to. Because that's really going to help you have some more peace of mind and just have some fun. Because I know the situation has been feeling really heavy. It's just created this whirlwind of just like emotion for you guys. And you haven't really been able to think about much else or get anything done. It's kind of taken over. That's what I'm getting. So really try and find some time to just think this over and understand. And tune into yourself. If you've taken the time and said, look, I'm just not ready for this type of relationship at this point, that's totally fine. You have free will and this is your choice. I'm just giving you the messages that I'm receiving at this time. I hope that resonated. I hope that you liked this reading. I know it was a little shorter than normal, but so I hope that reading resonated, and I hope you got messages that were clear and made sense to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back next week with a new pick a card reading. Okay guys, For everybody who participated in the intuition tests, we are going to reveal the answers of which item I took away and which two I left. Even if you were wrong, I don't want you to feel bad about this. I know I said this at the beginning. Because sometimes our initial gut feeling is one thing, and then we think too much and we change that up and we distort it. So if you had a gut feeling and you switched and had a second choice, and that first choice was the one that I took away, understand that your intuition was right, you just didn't listen to it. So I don't want anyone to leave here feeling like their intuition is bad. This is just a fun way to test it out. With that being said, I'm going to reveal the answers. Okay, so the item that I took away was the keychain sombrero. I'd be interested to know if you guys got the right answer or not. If you did, please comment. And just so you know, this was a fun exercise, and I can do more of these if you guys like, so let me know if that was something you would like me to do. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back next week.